Hi everyone, this is Elisa from Anaya's Toy Box Crochet, and I'm here to tell you what I've been up to. Thank you so much for coming. I love showing off my makes, and I'm so happy you come week after week to see it. You can find me as Anaya's Toy Box. I am on Instagram, Facebook, Etsy, and Ravelry. So what have I been up to? Well, there's no amigurumi over here because I didn't make much amigurumi. Well, I started something, but I didn't finish anything. But I am going to show you the blanket. I made the border, and honestly, I was just watching a movie and making the border, and I just continued, and it's kind of roughly, and I had already sewn in my ends and weaved it in, and then I go like this, and I'm like, why is it like this? And I think what my mistake was, I should have, if you see, I did one double crochet here in between the sections, and the 3 double crochets on top of the double crochets, and 2 on the chains. And I think I should have not done this one. I think I should have not done this one, and it would have, although it didn't look roughly when I made the first row, because I did double check then, but anyways, it is what it is. I chose brown for the border because this is a scrap blanket, so I wanted to use my scrap yarn, or working yarn I should say. Working yarn, by the way, is yarn that I have that is big enough to start an amigurumi project. And these ones that I chose, all of these were working yarn that were big enough to start a small amigurumi project. I would like to make another blanket before I send this off, so I'll have 3. Again, the same blanket, like the Crochet Memories blanket, but my working yarn, I only have the bigger balls left, like the ones where I could start a big project with. So I'm not sure. Maybe, I mean, I have till the end of January, so maybe by then that those will be, smaller or small enough for me to say, okay, I won't need that for a project. I don't know. We'll see. That was a really weird expression. It's really strange to see yourself making these weird expressions on the camera. It really is. But anyways, that's done. Okay. So the second thing I want to show you is, I showed you that I was working on 2 squares of this. This is the Crochet Motifs blanket, and I worked up 2 of the squares of the blanket right here using this yarn. I was very, very, very committed to using this yarn because I've had this yarn for a while now. This is a few years ago, maybe 2000, I don't know, not 2019. But 2000 possibly, that's when I started ordering online. Premier was having a sale where you could get 3 skeins of yarn, like 3 big skeins here. I have one here. 3 skeins this big for $5. 3 of them for $5. And I bought myself 9 skeins of yarn. I got 3 black with the silver, 3 black, this one with the gold, and 3 of this red. And they've been just sitting. Well, not all of it. Like, I used some of it, but I still have this red. I only used a little bit of it prior to this. And it's just been sitting, and I want to get it out of my stash. So I was very committed to using these colors. So I used these colors, and not so much anymore now that it is a bag, but at first it reminded me of Darth Maul. Anyone who knows Star Wars will know that. Anyways, it's finished, the crochet part anyways. Am I going to do a lining? I don't know. I have a very dinky kids sewing machine. Do I want to use that to make a lining? I don't have fabric. I'd have to find fabric somewhere. It would be nice to have a lining if there's a lining. I haven't decided, so I'm not going to sew the button yet. But I'm thinking of putting a magnetic clasp here, which I have. Like, not on the top, it'll be inside. But I have to decide whether I'm putting a lining in or not before I do that, because it'll get in the way of lining. I'm not sure, but I am calling it a FO because the crochet is done. It is perfectly usable. If somebody comes up to me tomorrow and says, hey, I want that bag, I am perfectly willing to part with it and have them use it, even though it doesn't have a lining. But here's the inside. All my weaves are all my ends are weaved in and everything. It's pretty much done unless I decide to put a lining in. I don't have a sewing machine. I don't. All right, so those are my 2 FOs. That's what I got done this week. Now, I have 2 whips, and one of them is, it's so messy. I have committed myself to finishing, sorry if you can hear that, that's the neighbor's dog. I can't do anything about it. I have committed myself to finishing all those projects that I have made, like not made, bought. Like, you know, you find a good sale, you buy a project, you buy a pattern, you find another sale, you buy another pattern, and you love this, and you have to make it, and you buy a pattern, but then you never work on it. Well, I've committed myself to finishing up those projects by the end of this year. So I started last year. Last year I did 12 of them. Not exactly one a month, but it came out to one a month on average. And this year I had 3 left over and I wanted to finish it. And so the last one I have is the Griffin, which I don't know. I might put up a picture here. I might not. I'll see. But the last one I have is the Griffin. And so I have started him. I haven't worked too much. I worked on him quite a bit and then I stopped. But here he is. That's his head. His chest feathers. I'm not exactly sure how they're sewn on. But these are chest feathers that will go here and here. I have decided that I am not going to I made the Phoenix recently and it is fully wired. It needs to be wired because, you know, the legs need support and all that sort of stuff. This one, I don't think I'm going to wire it. I'm going to wire the wings. Wings need a wiring and possibly the tail, but I'm supposed to put a wire through here right now, and I had already stuffed it, and I looked at it and I'm like, girl, forget about it. It doesn't need a wire, so I'm not putting the wire in the body. We'll see what happens. I am not exactly sure how this is going to get together. I mean, it looks beautiful. The final project is beautiful. I have made Crafty Intentions projects before. They are a lot of work, but they always turn out beautiful. And I have decided that I am going to work on this. I will finish this. But I've decided to go easy on myself, that if I don't finish it by January, that's okay because I started it. And I will work to make sure that in January I finish it. That's what I'm going to do. Because I started working on this project. I was really into it, but it's a lot. It's not an easy project to crochet, and I lost momentum. I don't know what to say, but I'm on the ears, or the ear feathers. I don't know which one's the ear feathers. I made one, and I gotta make another one, and I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to make ear feathers. So I've lost, I don't know what to call it, momentum, whatever. So I am taking a little tiny break. Does that mean that next week you won't see it because I haven't worked on it? No, it doesn't. It just means I'm taking a tiny break from this because anyways, my next whip, I have 2 more whips, but I'm not going to show you all of them. I'm just going to show you this one. And this one is me being a little crazy. Yeah, crazy. I've decided to make myself a raglan style top with no pattern. This is it. I'm making it myself. I'm working on it. So far, you can't tell with the hijab, but it sits really nicely. Obviously, I'm not done. I'm not sure. I will probably not be making it long sleeved. I'm going to keep it short sleeved because I just feel like I don't know. I have 3 balls of this yarn. This is Marisol here, Marisol in the colorway Raspberry. It is, it says Pimicuri, Marisol Pimicuri. It's 100% cotton, and it's a lightweight three-weight yarn. I have 3 of them. I bought this on sale at my LYS. I don't know how much I paid for it because the tag says this $14.50, but I know I didn't pay $14.50 for it because it was in a bin. It was on sale, and I bought the only reason I bought 3 of them was because there was only 3 left. So it was on a good sale, and I got it, and I'm working it up now. I did buy some yarn from Premier, the cotton sprout, because I'm not sure I have enough yarn. Like, it's only 3 skeins. I'm like a large, extra large, so I don't think it's going to be enough for me. Ooh. And it says raspberry. This does not look raspberry to me. This color looks orange to me. Is this true to color? It may be a little darker than what you're seeing, just a shade darker than what you're seeing, but not pinker. It looks orange to me. Anyways, I'm using the herringbone half double because the last few things that I made that was wearable was the herringbone half double, and I said, well, since I am making a top that I don't know what I'm doing, I might as well take out the stress and do something familiar. But this herringbone half double worked on the round looks very, very different than the other 2 projects or 3 projects that I made with herringbone half double, where I was working in rows. It looks cool though. I think I like it. But anyways, that's what I have so far. I have been working on it, although I am taking a little break from it because I overextended myself, I think, with this and the Griffin, and I'm just like, I want to do something I don't need to think about, and I am doing something I don't need to think about, which I'm not going to show it to you, but I'm going to show you the bags. This is, I went to the Harry Potter store in New York City, which is where I live, and I got this bag right here. The wand chooses the wizard, and it's in the wizarding world. It's a nice size bag. I'm using it as a project bag. I used really big skeins of yarn to make this project. I finished all the crochet part. It needs to be sewn together, and it is an amigurumi. I am not going to show it to you because I am saving it for the hop, for the seasonal yarny YouTube hop, hashtag seasonal yarny YouTube hop, which on the first day of winter is when it's going to drop, which I think is the 21st. I think it's the 21st. So I'm getting ready for that. So I have this. I have another project where I pulled out yarn and haven't started it yet. So we'll see if that one goes in. And just in case I can't finish it, I'm not showing you this. This is using this yarn that I just showed you. It's in my Billy bag. Yeah, I chose this yarn because I want to finish it. I really want to finish it. I finished 1 skein. Between this project and this, whatever's in here, I have finished 1 of them. I still have 2 left. I'm hoping this project will finish at least 1 of them. Maybe get into the 3rd one. That would be nice. And then we'll see what I do with the last skein. But it's in here. I'm not showing to you in case I decide to use it for the seasonal yarny YouTube hop. So yeah. I'm showing you less than what I did. But anyways, that's all I have gotten done. That's all I have. I don't have anything else. I'm like thinking, do I have anything else? Of course not. Look at all the stuff I showed you. I don't have anything else. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to hear more from me, please subscribe. Bye.